Now, despite trade unions sounding the alarm on unsafe levels of staffing in public services such as hospitals for quite some time, the government refuses to implement legislation ensuring safe levels of staffing on any other day than a day that workers have chosen to withhold their labour by going on strike. These amendments lay bare the ridiculousness of this bill. Under this legislation, the government will force workers to go to work against their will, with the perverse outcome being that strike days could see services with a higher number of staff than non-strike days. I don't know, it sounds like slavery to me. Is this not what it is when you force people to work against their will? The government proposes that this is done by employers writing out a list of workers' names who must turn up and work on a strike day. Unlike a normal work rota, workers won't be allowed to call in sick, take parental leave, take bereavement leave, or even be in hospital having had a major condition of some sort. So this legislation drags the workers in, forces them into a temporary state of servitude, and that goes against every single common law principle, contract law and environmental rights in this country. Now, I have got a cunning plan which would save the government on this. It would just need a few tweaks in this bill. If the government wants to make it illegal to go below minimum staffing levels in hospitals and the ambulance service, why don't we do it 24/7 and 365 days a year? But instead of unions getting fined, we fine the CEOs and the government ministers. Because that way, if you want people to be responsible for old people waiting 8 hours for an ambulance, you put the legal responsibility on the people at the top and not at the bottom. Now, this to me seems eminently sensible and much more practical. Let us have laws that apply to the people in charge rather than targeting the overstretched staff on the front line who are struggling for better pay and conditions. Now, you won't be able to deliver this. You won't be able to deliver my idea. You won't be able to deliver the bill as it stands. In fact, this government, of course, is too incompetent to deliver a pizza, so why should it be able to deliver a bill like this? I would just tell you that if the next government has any sort of involvement with the Green Party, we have committed to repealing this legislation and all other anti-trade union legislation passed since the Thatcher government. That's going to be quite an exercise. We can create safe, well-run public services by working together with workers and unions, not by using authoritarian laws to strong-arm them into their workplace, no matter how badly their working conditions get. I really do hope the government sees sense on this, but I can tell from the looks of the noble lords on the front benches, it's not going to work.
Difficult to follow that, and I don't think anybody